Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. Hope you're all well. Please, if you like what we do here, push the old subscribe button and push the bell notifications when you know when these things are coming out. Today it's the movie poster special, and today we're going to have a look at Mr. Ben Affleck and some of his movies between 1999 and 2003. So not always the biggest budget, always the biggest box office stuff with Mr. Ben Affleck, but I picked out 11 today to have a look at. So let's quickly get through these. Just put the camera down so you can see the posters. So there you go. There's the first one. Film called Bounce. From the year 2000. It's only got a 5.7 out of 10 rating on Internet Movie Database. It had a 35 million budget and clawed back 53 million at the box office, so it did pretty well. It's a romantic drama with the lovely Gwyneth Paltrow as well. It was actually filmed as a dark sort of drama with quite a serious story about it. And obviously this guy takes on the persona, Ben Affleck takes on a character of a guy who actually takes the identity of a dead man. I think it's from a plane crash he actually takes on it. So it was originally planned as a dark comedy, but it obviously, because of the actual people who watched it didn't enjoy that, they actually turned it into a more romantic comedy. So that was quite an unusual film if you've not seen it. So it didn't score too badly, did it? 5.7 out of 10. But very unusual. That's one you may have missed over time. That's Bounce. On to another one that's, again, quite underappreciated. I mean, it's still got a good score, 6.4 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. But this was obviously a great film with Ben Affleck and Samuel Jackson, Changing Lanes, 2002. Obviously, he plays a Wall Street lawyer who has a bit of a meltdown, and it was actually caused a lot of controversy because the trailers for it had it as a sort of action-packed thriller, but it wasn't. It was more a slow burner, so people who watched the film didn't quite enjoy it as much as the trailers. But it did make a profit. It was 45 million budget, and it got $95 million back at the box office. So it did all right, even though there's a lot of consternation about the trailer misleading people into thinking it was this is a gripping, intelligent film. Even some of the words of the reviews are saying, but it is a bit of a slow burner, more a drama than a thrill, to be honest with you. But you've not seen Changing Lanes, it's well worth a watch. It's great. It's great to see, of course, Mr. Morgan Freeman in that. On to the next one. Again, probably one a little lesser known. Again, called Deception. This was in the year 2000. Not a bad score again, 5.8 out of 10. Good cast, obviously, lovely Charlize, Theron and Sinise also in this. And it's also known in America. This is also called Reindeer Games in America. Obviously, it was Deception was the UK title. I'm not sure it's the European title as well. And again, this guy, Ben Affleck, he's nicked someone else's ID. He's pretending to be someone else in this one as well. $42 million budget. And actually claw back 32 million at the box office. So it did lose money at the box office. Whether it made a lot of money on video and DVD, I doubt it very much, to be honest with you. It wasn't a bad film. I'd say Deception, 5.8 out of 10. It's worth a watch if you've never seen it. And there's actually a scene in it where he was actually knocked out, Ben Affleck, by accident in the film. It was actually a stabbing sequence in the film, but obviously it was cut from the film, but he was actually knocked unconscious for a few moments during the filming. So that Deception from 2000. On to the next one. One of my favourite. This is probably of Ben Affleck's films today, my favourite, 1999. And the wonderful film Dogma. If you've not seen Dogma, please go out and watch it. It's a great film. Very weird, very strange, but really good. 7.3 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. Only had a 10 million budget. Claw back 44 million. But I mean, you've got Matt Damon, Linda Fiorentino, Salma Hayek, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, Alan Rickman, Chris Rock. I mean, a multitude of stars. Great film. Good fun film about a couple of renegade angels who are trying to get out of get back to heaven. Sorry, not get out of heaven. They get back in heaven. And obviously, again, Ben Affleck was a bit accident prone as well, obviously, because he accidentally cut his knife on his hand on a knife in the gun shop scene in this. So he does. I think he winces in it. So if you watch the film, just look out for that as well. He has a little bit of a wince when he does it. Great film, Dogma. On to the next one, a smaller poster, a little poster, only 70. All these are mainly A2. This is a 17-inch by 17-inch one. And again, 1999, obviously with the wonderful Sandra Bullock. I mean, we all love Sandra Bullock, don't we? Forces of Nature. Great. Again, another nice little 5.4 out of 10. So we didn't score highly. But it's obviously... He meets an exciting stranger. He's obviously betrothed to be married, and unfortunately comes across this young lady who obviously turns his world upside down. They got 75 million budget, and it got 94 million back, so it did all right. And it was actually originally thought to be marketed as a sequel to Planes, Trains and Automobiles. It has that sort of feel to it, but they sort of dropped that out of the promotion to it. But obviously, it was originally marketed to be that, but not a bad film, Forces of Nature. It's always good to watch Sandra Bullock, isn't it? And nothing wrong with that. And then obviously, I think I may have covered this in a previous one, Gigli, which obviously 2003 is probably least liked and least box office of all the films, even though it's got starring the wonderful Jennifer Lopez. Only got 2.5 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. Held the record for the least popular film, I think, on Rotten Tomatoes at one stage. Obviously, kidnaps, mobsters involved, and obviously Ben Affleck is supposed to sort of have a twitch every time this film is mentioned, and if it's ever mentioned to him now, obviously he has a little twitch in his eye. He was a bit uncomfortable with that film, as most people were who were involved in Gigli. But a great poster. Doesn't matter about the film, does it? As long as you've got a great poster with these two people in it. And then on to another quite a nice film that's underappreciated and missed by people. This is 2004. Yeah, I think I said 2003, didn't I? So it goes up to 2004. Jersey Devil with, again, got some lovely co-stars, hasn't he? Like, got lovely Liv Tyler in this. Again, Jennifer Lopez is actually in this again, but they deliberately kept her out of any images in case there was a link with the Gigli film. So if they were going to put her on the images, obviously on the film, as again, Jennifer Lopez, but they didn't want people to think there was any connection because of the failure of Gigli. So they kept her out of it. It did a little bit better, this one, 6.2 out of 10. 35 million budget. Only got about 36 million at the box office, so it didn't do very well. Obviously, he's looking after his daughter. He's forced to look after his daughter there, a bit of a petulant young lady, but not a bad film for a comedy. Obviously, Kevin Smith. It's made by Kevin Smith, so yeah, a pretty good comedy. Jersey Girl. Nothing wrong with that. You've never watched it. On to the next one, a bit of an action thriller now. Obviously, we're talking Paycheck with Aaron Eckhart, who a lot of people like. Uma Thurman, of course. It's always good to see Uma Thurman, isn't it, in films on video and DVD. This is from 2003, 6.3 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. About an engineer who's on the run, obviously. And this was his at the time, 2003. This is the most money Ben Affleck earned from a film, $15 million. $61 million budget, took 96 million at the box office. But yeah, pretty good action flick, 6.3 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. Worth a watch if you like a good action thriller. From John Woo. So there you go. You can't go far wrong with that, can you, John Woo? On to another action one. Again, Sum of All Fears, a Tom Clancy one. Sum of All Fears from 2002. Great spy thriller, obviously, where he's playing the role of Jack Ryan. Is it Jack Ryan? Who's obviously been played by many stars. It's a TV series at the moment. 68 million budget, 194 million it got back. So yeah, I mean, Tom Clancy stuff's always going to do well. I mean, he was 29 when he filmed this, The Sum of All Fears, Ben Affleck. Again, he's with Morgan Freeman again, so that's nice, isn't it? With changing lanes in this one. At 29 years, he was the youngest actor at the time to play Jack Ryan. I'm not sure this TV version now with the new Jack Ryan, I'm not sure of his age. He could be a little bit older, actually. So that's Summer of All Fears, another good film, out from February, out to rent on video and DVD. Yeah, so this is 2002 when videos and DVDs are both coming out together. So obviously we've just had the reboot of this, haven't we? Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. But I mean, this is the, I think everyone's seen this. 2001, 6.8 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, 22 million, 34 million back. I mean, it's more a cult classic than a big budget thing, a big box office thing. There's also a sequence where there's a chat with a security guard on a radio, and that's also Affleck's voice, even though he does star in it as well. There's also his voice is the other end of a radio communication. So keep an eye out for that if you watch the film again. 2001, as I said, we've got the reboot now, haven't we? Which I quite enjoyed as well. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And the last one we're going to look at today, and this is another like a Wall Street brokers sort of thing. There's some brokers, obviously a bigger poster. It's one of these A2 plus ones. It's a little bit bigger than A2. Has a border around. So if you wanted to trim it, obviously all these posters are available on moviegamenostalgia.com, and the links will be put below in the comments if you did want to buy any of these posters. They're all available. This is Boiler Room. This is from the year 2000. 7 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. So a really good score. It only cost $7 million to make as well, and got 28 million back. But one of his better films. I like Boiler Room from a more serious point of view. He also wanted his best friend Matt Damon to star in this, but obviously he was shooting the Bourne Identity at the time, so he couldn't star in this. But he was penciled in for it, but obviously he couldn't do it. So Ben Affleck wanted his mate to do it, but unfortunately he couldn't. But to finish us off, that's a great film, Boiler Room. If you're not seeing it, 7 million, 28 million, it got back at the box office, 7 million budget. So, again, did really well. But if you like things like, it's like a poor man's Wolf of Wall Street, I suppose, but it is a really, really good film, Boiler Room. And that's the last of the Ben Afflecks today. So, hope you enjoy that. As I say, it was 1999 to 2004, not 2003, which I think I said at the start. Hope you enjoyed that. I mean, these poster specials now, I'm trying to concentrate on actors rather than doing them at random. So if you do like Ben Affleck, you can have a look at all the posters. There's a couple of other films I've got that he did appear in, but obviously he's not on the actual poster. So I tend to keep those out anyway. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out my movie reviews, vlogs, and board game review vlogs, all on the playlist. All the links are below, and obviously if you're into football, my Manchester City history vlogs and my Manchester City present vlogs, where we have a look at how they're doing at the moment. And we're now into 2020, so let's see how they do this year. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Whatever you do with the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.